Alright guys, welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. Last time we met in Persona 3, we just did more exploration of Tartarus, and now we're just doing another gatekeeper boss. And I think I started the part in a similar way last time, so yeah. I keep forgetting I have the Persona 5 costumes equipped. I don't know how I keep forgetting, but I just do. If I remember right, when I was younger, when I first played this game, or the original Persona 3, I think I was stuck on this one forever. Mainly because I sucked at RPGs when I was younger. I mean, I'm not much better now, but... I mean, at least this time I understand basic... I mean, now I understand, you know, how RPGs work, and every move that... You know, I actually have moves that do more than just damage. Okay, that was just dumb. You know, I think it was my... Because at the time, really the only RPGs I had exposure to was Pokemon. And Pokemon, you know, was really easy for strategy reasons. Because they didn't give a fuck in terms of strategy. It wasn't hard. So you could get away with just having all of your moves be... attacks and no skills that are, you know, strategically good, like, you know, healing or defense and agility and all that kind of stuff. Like, it wasn't buffs and stuff like that. In what universe did I think that was going to work? There comes a gigantic fist!
This will do the trick. Go for it. I missed.
Bitch, stop missing!
In this situation.
Well, then again, that was a huge meme with Persona 3, is that Mitsuru's Mare and Karen was utterly useless because she always missed. And since the original, and the other thing I struggled with the original was not being able to control the party members, because that was a thing that was exclusive to the original and FES. Portable, you can control your party members individually, but in the original and FES, you couldn't, meaning that auto battle was a thing. And auto battle, by the way, auto battle is still a thing in the Persona series. You could still use it in the newer games. And Jesus Christ! What was I saying? Like, you can still use auto battle for that classic feeling in Persona 4 and 5 and even this game. I just don't use it because I just prefer being able to have more control over the battle when possible. But, you know, having auto battle on for, like, the occasional challenge is pretty fun. Pretty fun, especially when you actually take advantage of the tactics system and, you know, change tactics depending on who your party members are and what you need at the time, instead of just having everyone act freely. Because if you have everyone just act freely, they will do whatever the fuck they want. And in all honesty, most of the time, it's useless as shit. Like, you want to watch Yukari use the full heal on someone who's at like who only lost like 2 health points. That's what you do. That's when you set it to act freely. Want to watch Mitsuru miss Mare and Karen for the 80th goddamn time? And if I remember correctly, the Twilight Fragment chests in Border Floor, or after bosses, those are set items. They don't change ever, to my knowledge, because I'm pretty sure they're the same, no matter what. Mainly because the floor doesn't change. in Tartarus like the like the rest of Tartarus.
There's a shadow.
Yes, that's nice. I don't care.
We found the stairs. Let
Oh, there it is. I like that. A Reaper. So yes, we are now able to actually summon the Reaper. So what that means is, and I tried to do this a million times throughout this past session, but now it is actually effective. So from now on, in Tartarus, no matter what block you're in, even Feeble, if you spend too long on the same floor of Tartarus, and I want to say it varies. It also just depends on the effect of the floor that you're currently on. Like, floors that are completely shrouded in darkness, the Reaper will come faster. But generally, I would say probably about 2 to 5 minutes of just standing around or being on the same floor for too long, the Reaper will come. There are two warning. There's basically one warning, letting you know that he's on the way. Fuka will say something along the lines of, like, "Is this reading the Reaper?" or something along that line, along those lines. And then when the Reaper does show up, there's going to be like a red. I got ambushed. What the fuck?
that's not good.
Holy shit! I got ambushed. I wasn't expecting that. That's okay. Anyway, what was I saying?
Looks like the enemy's
When the Reaper appears, there's going to be like a red vignette on the screen, and basically you're going to be hearing chains rattling, and he will be chasing you down. And I will warn you. I think I mentioned this last part, but I will say it again. If you go to the next floor, the Reaper will follow you. You can't escape him. He actually, and that's something that's new. Because that scared the shit out of me when I first encountered that. Because I encountered him by complete accident my first playthrough. Because it was this floor actually.
everyone.
And I was, just grinding, trying to get ready for the, next block of Tartarus. And also the next full moon operation. And then I summoned the Reaper, and I thought to myself, "Oh, I'll just run away like I always do." And then he followed me, and I screamed like a little girl for like 5 minutes straight. But now I am no longer afraid of the Reaper because of a little thing called Theurgies with Armageddon. And so what I'm talking about is, Makoto learns Armageddon through his Theurgies if you fuse Hellel and Satan together. And when you do that, you gain the Theurgy automatically. And considering that this is New Game Plus now, you automatically have all the Theurgies that you previously had in your previous file because your compendium saves. Now, when you do encounter the Reaper, it's always just a regular standard battle, so there is the possibility that he will go first and most likely kill one of your teammates before you can even do anything. And when that happens, you want to try to revive them so you can reap the benefits of experience for everybody. Because I don't know why I left the floor; he would have come, but I don't. Whatever. But you want to make sure that all of your that once when your allies are dead, they don't get any experience whatsoever. So it's good to make sure you revive them, because I learned that the hard way with Ken earlier. Ken later on in the Let's Play, where I accidentally kept him dead, and I didn't revive him in time, and I ended up just not leveling him up at all. So there was just a point where everyone else is like level 80 or whatever, and Ken's is like level 50. Oh, there it is, right there. The Reaper's coming. But this exploit gets a lot easier once you get the ambush ability, because it's a guaranteed advantage on you, meaning that you go first no matter what. Meaning that so yes, we got the Reaper, but I'm not afraid of him. He doesn't scare me. Okay, he scares me a little bit. I got lucky with Akihiko getting high counter there. But the Reaper usually has about 2 turns dedicated to him, and then he gets he can get 1 more is based on the if he actually, successfully hit someone's weakness or got a critical hit, and it's also the Reaper, so he also just has a very, very high chance of doing that. I will mention that it is a request to defeat the Reaper, but what's weird is that you do get a really rare item for defeating the Reaper called a bloody button, and it is a really good item to get because you can sell it at the police station for like almost I think it's like 500,000 yen or something like that. But it's a really good chunk of change. So getting multiple, defeating the Reaper multiple times, great idea because you get multiple bloody buttons. And also, you are guaranteed shuffle time no matter what at the end of this. Meaning that you can get even more yen from him and experience. One thing that happens to me that's always my favorite is there are times where I get the your theurgy gauge completely refills right after defeating the Reaper, so we both know what I do immediately after. So the general rule from now on when it comes to Tartarus is that if I'm not using Makoto's theurgy for some reason, it's most likely because I'm about to use I'm going to use it on the Reaper, because I'm about to use Armageddon. There is one downside to Armageddon, and it is that it drops your HP and SP down to 1, no matter what it was at beforehand. So it's really good if you're at low health and just don't give a fuck. But it's also like one of those things where it's like I would recommend making sure you have SP and HP restoring items in your inventory if needed. But if you don't care like I do, then yeah, it's no problem at all. But yeah, like you saw how everyone jumped from like level 12 or whatever they were at to level 60. And now I'm getting almost everybody's I'm getting everyone's as high level skills, at the second visit of Tartarus. Like this is like probably like this is ridiculous. I'm doing all this. Yeah, I got all of Yukari's better skills in one, or almost all of Yukari's better skills. Like, Jesus Christ, look at this. What does suck is that, Persona 3 Reload keeps the tradition of the original Persona 3, or every other version of 3 except for, or every version of 3, where only your level carries over in New Game Plus, meaning that once I finish this profile and move on to New Game Plus for this profile again, which most likely won't ever happen, or maybe it will in like the near future, everyone else is back to level 1, but I'm still at level 99. But yeah, Armageddon is basically makes it just makes everything so much easier with it just makes Armageddon just makes the Reaper your bitch. So, and one of my favorite things I always said to myself whenever I spawn the Reaper on the level I'm on was always just like the Reaper sees me. It's like, oh god, it's that guy again. Honestly, I'm kind of wasting whatever I'm about to use. I was about to say, don't use a Soma. Oh, I'm kind of wasting that, but it's whatever. And the Reaper doesn't come back on the same floor you just defeated it on. You have to go to another floor, which is, you know, fine. Oh, so because of me leveling up Fuka as well, I also got access to some of her Tartarus abilities early. Escape route and the other one that causes distress. I never use that one, but escape route's pretty useful if you're running low on everything. If you're running low on HP and SP and you want to just regroup and change your party around or whatever, escape route's a pretty good one if you feel like you're not anywhere near a floor with a teleporter. But again, keep in mind that you're wasting Fuka's SP when you could just go to another floor and pray that there's a teleporter there. But again, you know, just... Oh, damn! It's like, damn, did you see that drop kick? Why am I... What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I was like, I'm trying to charge my Theurgy gauge up, because remember, my Theurgy charges much faster when I summon personas. I don't know why I'm... I was like... Oh. No. But, so, that's the other reason I kind of engage in battles now, despite the fact that I'm going to be way over-leveled for whatever block of Tartarus I'm on, because, well, I want to get everyone up to level 99, and, you know, the only way to charge Makoto's Theurgy is to engage in battle and use his persona. And I can get lucky with Shuffle Time, and it gives me the card that charges my Theurgy gauge instantly, which is a really nice ability because it's just like there's basically a little grin that goes across my face when that happens. You know, but that's just assuming you get Shuffle Time in the first place. Though I feel like Shuffle Time happens a lot more frequently in this version than any other version I can think of. I don't think I can really recall... I don't really recall how often I got Shuffle Time back in the original and FES. I can't really... I've never really had any issue getting it in the first place. I mean, the easiest one to get Shuffle Time in Persona in general between 3 and 4 was 4, especially 4 Golden to my recollection, because 4 Golden basically had a system to where if you got all the cards in Shuffle, if you got all the cards in your current battle for Shuffle Time, you automatically got Shuffle Time the next battle. So you could just keep getting the cards. You could just keep getting every card in Shuffle Time, and just keep getting Shuffle Time, and it was like, it was wonderful. Though it did get annoying after a while, but it was also one of those things where it's like, I kind of like getting money. Oh, nice one, Yukari. Here comes my gigantic fan. Oh. I'm about to say, he's gonna use Zeo, isn't he?
Don't get careless.
Oh. I was about to say, like, if I swear to God, if I go to Matador and use Zeo, I'm going to, I'm going to somehow go back in time and slap myself.
Let's be on our way.
Because that might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like the enemy that uses electric skills. He might be weak to electricity.
Stairs. Let-
Then again, a lot of times the weaknesses in Persona just don't make any fucking sense. It's like there are times where I think like, oh, this one's you know, has fire on it, so it's probably weak to wind, or it's like, no, it's weak. No, it's like, no, it's like this. It's like this enemy's. It's like, oh, this enemy looks dark and is doing dark moves. It might be weak to light. It's like, no, it's weak to wind. Like, but why though? It just is. It's like, it just is. We don't make the rules. Like, you literally do though. I'm sorry. I just prefer. I like the old all-out attack animation, mainly because of the possibility of I just realized Junpei's at level 18. Like, I should probably go get him. Nah. I think what's funny is I don't use Junpei that often, and he's a really good character to use. I just don't use him.
Smaller than others.
Maybe it's because I want somewhat of a challenge. Maybe, I don't know.
Do this. Do your best to take it down. Let's finish this. Nicely done, Takeba. You have a skill that can hit a weakness. That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
But what I say about the all-out attack animation in the old version? In the original version, I like the possibility of one of the party members just flying out and then going right back in. That was a funny thing. That was a funny quirk to me that I always saw. It was just funny.
Being well equipped is a factor of combat effectiveness. Make sure to check your gear regularly.
No, we're good.
My equipment at the police station, right? And there's a chance of finding some here too.
Yeah, we're good. We are good on equipment. Oh. Yep, we are finally done with our adventure in Tartarus for this session. Kind of. I just decided to go back and actually do a little bit of grinding for, you know, and by grinding I mean finding the Reaper and, well, you know, Armageddon go burr, as I say. Plus I need to bring Junpei with me. Give Junpei some experience.
Good
Oh,
day. Are you accepting a wonderful?
I would have loved it if Elizabeth commented on your costumes. Well, that's actually another thing I kind of missed from the original. Persona 3. They actively commented on their costumes. They don't do that here. Whatever costumes you're wearing, they don't comment on it anymore. At least not to my knowledge. They don't comment on it. Like, I remember if you equipped the high cut armor on Yukari, she would get mad at you. Or, you know, any of the women would question you on why you're making them wear it. You know, that was just something that was just a nice detail that was just funny to me. But I think it's also because of the fact that the technically, yeah, there I go. Yeah, I just cut past all of the actual, like, summoning and all that kind of stuff in terms of getting my theurgy and stuff like that. Because it's stuff you've already seen. But I did want to show you guys, you know, me actually doing it again. And also this. Yeah, I actually got... yes, my theurgy gauge will completely refill. And I'm contemplating it, and I do it. There was a little voice in my head saying, don't do it a third time. And then there was another, even louder voice saying, do it. So I went with it. So yes, once again, I have gone crazy and went and summoned the Reaper because the Reaper doesn't scare me. The Reaper comes for us all, Makoto. Not for me. I don't fear the Reaper. This is just great. Yeah, and you can kind of tell what my tendencies are when it comes to replacing skills. I tend to replace the... Like, if it says a medium attack, I replace the one that's labeled as light of a similar affinity. So if it was like a slash attack, I'll replace it with a slash and all that kind of stuff. Just to really kind of cover my bases. Or if it's like the elemental ones where it's like Zeodyne or Mazio, then yeah. Oh, getting Evade Ice is like a godsend now. Especially once you upgrade, once you get Akihiko's Awakened Persona. Oh yeah, Mitsuru has a bit of an exclusive thing where she can get the highest version of an ice spell, which is called Diamond Dust. Oh, by the way, we now have Tartarus Search, so we now have all of Fuka's ability, and god damn it, I'm back! Once again. Oh man, I was probably thinking, oh, do I get the Theurgy thing again? And I would have laughed my ass off if I did, but I didn't, unfortunately. Like, look at all that experience, especially because I got the... I got the more EXP one. And plus, I also have the Full Arcana equipped with Arcana Burst, meaning that, you know, I get even more experience than I need. Which is... It's beautiful, isn't it? Persona 3 Reload is perfectly balanced, guys. It's the most well-balanced game of all time. I mean, I'm the one actively breaking it, but I will say that, you know, this is, again, the easiest version of Persona 3, especially to break in half. On normal mode, at least. I don't know about any of the harder modes, like Merciless or whatever it's called. I think it's Heartless now, but... Or I might be thinking of, yeah, but Mitsuru has access to Diamond Dust, which is severe ice damage to one foe, which is really great, because she's the only person who has access to that, out of the regular party members besides Makoto. And I know what I was doing there. I was just trying to find a teleporter to go back to the entrance. But yes, now I show off my stats one last time. Everybody is at level 80 something. You know, I'm at level 97. Everyone else is at level 80, averaged about level 85. And then there's Junpei, who's at level 52. And the only reason I didn't grind with Junpei to get him to level 80 is because I just genuinely wanted the session to end, and I didn't care because I don't use Junpei that often, and I believe you can't use you can't even use Junpei in the next full moon operation. Anyway, no, wait, hold up. Yeah, you can. I just choose not to. And if you're wondering what I did in the Velvet Room, I went and summoned some personas I needed for social links, which I do believe I show. Because a good thing to do whenever you finish when you finish your Tartarus adventure, or one thing I do at least, is I fuse all the personas I currently have to get stronger ones, and then whenever I go back to, you know, get ready to head back into, or to leave Tartarus for the night, I go back to the Velvet Room and summon personas of every Arcana I need, at least for the time being. And I'm also just kind of looking over the requests one last time before I decide to call it. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Auto recover for no reason. Yep. One last save because I almost forgot. I don't think I ever ran into any issues without saving, but I was paranoid because there was one time when I played Persona, when I was doing the Persona 5 Let's Play, where the power went out in the middle of the session, and I almost lost. I think, luckily I saved pretty often, but I got pissed off because I was like, I think I had to watch the same social link like 3 fucking times. Because the power flashed out like 3 times, and I got pissed off every time. I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ! I just don't want to. I'm getting tired of seeing this one. I was like, man, this one is like, this social link is cursed. I shouldn't be doing this one. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the kid. I forgot his name. The kid at the arcade. I think it was his. I think it was his like 5th or 6th rank. I can't remember, but it pissed me off every time it happened. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this part of Persona 3 Reload. The next time we meet in Persona 3 Reload, we're gonna be getting back into social link stuff. So yay, we get to see. I don't know what our next social link we're doing is. So see you guys next time, and take care.